Hey guys, Logan here from Popular Woodworking Magazine. Welcome to my shop. So, a recent issue of Popular Woodworking Magazine, we did a shaker style workbench designed by Bunn, but I actually made one here for my shop because I needed a new workbench. And part of that project involved turning a bunch of shaker knobs. They're a fun little knob to turn. I love turning. I love shaker design. I don't necessarily love turning these though, but you can get really fast at them. And they're pretty easy to turn, and they do look really nice. So I figured I would show you how I turn these because they are easy to whip out a bunch of them for a project. So for my blank here, I just use a piece of cherry because that's what the workbench is made out of. Kind of a traditional shaker wood, and it is held in a 4-jaw chuck. It's been roughed down because I've turned a bunch of knobs off this one already. But anytime I re-chuck a piece, I'm always going to true up the outside. So I have a couple of different ways I can turn these, or rather a couple different tools I can use. You can do this entire project or turn this entire shaker knob with a spindle gouge, which is generally what I do. This is also a really good little turning to work on your skew abilities. Using a skew chisel to plane this down, you can do the round over on the outside, and if you get real wild and crazy, you can even do the cove with that skew chisel. I might plane off the outside just to get a good clean cut, but mainly I'm going to use the spindle gouge. So the steps here are pretty simple. I'm going to true up the outside, and then I'm going to make a half bead, kind of a round over on the outside end of the workpiece. That's going to become the domed top of that knob. So with a spindle like this, I'm going to turn it as fast as I can, especially once it's been trued up. So on this Harvey T60, that's about 3,500 RPM. It's going to turn really, really quickly. It's going to cut easily. I did just sharpen all these tools, so they're ready to go. And then I'm going to use some calipers or dividers that I've set to certain measurements. One is the diameter of the knob. One is the height of the knob. So that's going to give me my two real important measurements, the diameter and the height. So now I'm going to start making the cove, and then we'll bring this kind of foot diameter down. And I always like to have one of these close so I can just keep referencing it. So right now it's a little long, but we'll bring that down in a little bit. So now we're going to start working in the cove. Now this is not a symmetrical cove. It is a little bit lopsided or off center. But the idea is just to make a gentle swoop in. And then the stem here, where it meets up to like the drawer or the door face, is about 2/3 the size of that overall diameter. Again, these aren't super important dimensions, and once you turn a bunch of these, you'll find that you kind of get your own style that you like the looks of that is still in the shaker look. All right, so now at this point, that maybe took 2 minutes to get down to this shape. And with good sharp tools and air dried good turning stock, you're gonna have a really good finish right off the tool. But I'm still gonna hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. Just some 240, maybe 320 to finish it up, depends on what finish you're putting on. Okay, now the final thing is I like to just touch these two flats with the skew chisel with just a peeling cut. It gives me a really good finish. And then I'll bring this tenon down to whatever size hole I want to drill my workpiece. The ones on the workbench were 5/16, so I'll aim for about that. Okay, and there we go. Super quick and simple shaker knobs. Now, of course, you can buy a bunch of these pretty cheaply online, but when you're in the middle of a project and you don't want to wait for them, they're super easy and fun to turn.